Hello Gemini, welcome to your intuitive channeled message for the first half of December. This is something new that I'm offering for every zodiac this month. I just wanted to go ahead and offer this in addition to the love forecast that have already been posted. So definitely check that out, and in conjunction with that you can tune in and watch the messages here. So hopefully there's something combined through those readings, through this one included, that really offers you advice that you could use. Okay, so let's get into it. Gemini, general advice as always, much like a card reading without the cards. All right, so what I'm initially getting for the collective for Gemini is either you are going through an awakening or somebody that means a lot to you is. This is probably someone that you are in separation from. For some of you, maybe you haven't seen each other in a very long time, but I do feel, whether it's you, whether it's the other person, somebody has some regrets here. I feel ultimately it could be a divine masculine who's got the regrets, taking a look at what might have occurred in the past with a feminine and really wanting to come forward to fix the situation, because this could have been an abrupt breakup for some of you, and it could have been very painful to possibly say goodbye to somebody that you really love. And I really do feel this for my masculines who had to say goodbye to a feminine, but I'm also feeling that it was the feminine that distanced themselves, so take that if it makes sense, but that's just what I'm getting there. I feel the masculine has a lot on their mind when it comes to the feminine to be able to fix whatever it was that broke you guys up, but it's going to require some effort, I feel, on behalf of the masculine to be able to convince the feminine that this is worth a second chance. It might take some time though, but I am getting clarification here that the feminine probably did distance themselves from the masculine, but on behalf of the masculine, I am feeling that we have the opportunity to make something happen here, maybe in the immediate future. When it comes to the feminine, I feel the masculine had some issues within themselves that they needed to really address. Perhaps there were obsessive behaviors there on behalf of the masculine that might have gotten in the way of union. I'm just feeling that for some of you guys. I'm also getting perhaps that we might have a masculine here who might have had a drinking problem, or it could have been drug addiction. It was some sort of addictive behavior that I am feeling on behalf of the masculine. It reminds me very much of the Devil card in tarot, picking up off of Capricorn energy. So take that if it makes sense. Some of you guys could have been dealing with a Capricorn. You as well, Gemini, might have Capricorn in your chart. I'm also picking up off of Virgo energy. So I do feel it would be beneficial for Geminis to perhaps do some meditating and just to be able to clear out the chaos that's surrounding you and to just be still for a minute in order to really think things through, not just pertaining to your love life, but it could also be about your work environment or even your friendships or connection with family and how you are able to interact with your family members and relatives. There's something here that's coming through as a situation that's not moving. So if it has something to do with your love life, there's somebody here that you love, I feel, Gemini, but there's something that's holding you back. And the one thing that's holding you back, take this if it applies, could be a third-party situation. It could be that somebody is already married. You might have a lot of love for this person, but they're not available to you, especially if they're already in another relationship here. I feel we have a feminine who struggles to be confident in the direction that this is going to go, especially if it is the feminine who is either committed elsewhere or married. But I really do feel we have a masculine here. The masculine could be representing Gemini for some of you, where the divine masculine has a lot of love for a feminine, but the feminine might not be available. There is the opportunity for change. There is the opportunity for things to turn around in your life, Gemini, but you can't lose faith. You have to be able to just be brave enough to see where this could go. Again, it doesn't just have to be limited to your love life. It can pertain to so many other things. I feel if somebody is not putting forth full effort in a relationship, it might ultimately not have a strong enough foundation to last. Okay, so of course, you need to be able to trust your intuition on that one to see if it's worth the effort, because if they're not putting in the work into the relationship and it's you doing everything, that could that could propose to be an issue in the future. So just be mindful of that. For those of you who are focused on a connection where you've known this person a very long time, but you guys are not together, this could be childhood sweethearts or even high school sweethearts. You guys could have grown up together or just have known each other for a very, very long time. We're talking over a decade here. So there's distance, but I'm also feeling on behalf of the masculine that they've matured, they've grown, they're a different person. They still think about you, Divine Feminine. They miss you, and they really would like to be able to offer a reunion here if you're open to that. They've spent many years regretting not being able to take action. They've also regretted not being able to tell you something as simple as they miss you or that they love you. So I feel we have a masculine here whose heart is ready for that kind of love, and they are bringing in the opportunity for commitment if you're open to that, Divine Feminine. I feel as well that Geminis can be very successful, not only in love, but you can be successful in your finances, your career, your friendships, your other connections, as well, again, as your family environment. You can be very successful in all areas. I'm also feeling the month of March. So maybe from now until the month of March, that could be the window of opportunity for my Divine Feminines to really bring in that abundance into your life, okay? I feel for some of you, you might be dealing with somebody who could be a bit of a penny pincher, and maybe you tried to borrow money from this person, but either they didn't have it to give you or they didn't want to help you out. And this is basically telling you that that's not going to matter anymore because you're going to be abundant in your own way to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. When it comes to your relationships, now for some of you, either you are married and have had some issues pertaining to commitment, or finally getting to a place where you're both on the same page, ready for commitment. There could also be future marriage for some of you. Who knows? That could actually happen before March, or maybe you're already planning a wedding around springtime. But I do see the Divine Masculine making some major strides to be able to let the feminine know that you are desired, you are cherished, you are wanted, and that they really do apologize for the things that they've said or done that disappointed you or hurt you. You know, because I do pick up for some of you guys that there was deception. There could have been infidelity. There could have been third-party situations there. And so this is the opportunity now, if you're both open to it, to work together and work as a team, you know, very much like the Three of Pentacles in Tarot. And somebody clearly walked away from the relationship, and I really do feel it could have been a Divine Feminine. But if a second chance is something that you both can bring to fruition in the 3D world, then there's a lot of potential there. I feel the spark, it's still there between the two of you, and the opportunity to come back together and revive the romance, that can certainly happen. All right, Gemini, so I'll leave that there, and hopefully there's something here that makes sense for you. And again, if you haven't already tuned in and watched your love forecast for the first half of December, definitely check that out, because either these messages will go together, or it could be, of course, 2 completely different messages, but there could be bits and parts to it that make sense for you personally. All right, guys, thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Take care.